Okay, this is part 2 to the first dream experience video. And I am recording outside still. I had to do some other things, but it seems like it's raining now. In the first video it wasn't raining, and now it's raining. So I would like to continue off with my second meeting with Gamkeely when he had left me. So we had exchanged a few words, and we were only together for a few moments. And then I think after that the dream ended, but I've also had some very seemingly major dream experiences ever since the weather has changed, which is weird because I think it was last night or a night ago, or it may have been within the same dream. I have no idea. I haven't been writing my dreams down in the journal, but I had a dream where I was back home, and as the wind was blowing here on this earth dimension, the strong wind was there in my dream, and it was about to come and invade us in our home. And it was very strong. And it's funny because I've had many dreams to where I'm in the dream. I will be in the dream, and this really strong hurricane like wind just comes forth into the dream. And I can actually feel its strong force within the dream. And it's really awe-inspiring, actually, of how vivid they can be sometimes. Just because your open consciousness is thinking about it, so it's there in the dream. But anyway, this is continuing off from the Annunaki African beings dream. So I want to tie this in with that dream. And I actually had a dream last night to where it was the same situation, only these people were more pale skinned. And I want to mention and to tell you guys that what these dreams are telling me is that pretty soon there will be a dominant human race in the future. And as you all may well know, you might have this specific race in mind already, because the universe has provided them with the necessary mental and psychic abilities and tools to actually be the superior race. And this is where the melanin comes in, because the melanin is condensed sunlight, which comes from the universe. So I would like to say that the darker skinned people will be the superior race in the future, because my dreams are coming along and telling me this now. See, this was all unknown to me in the past, and now most of my dreams are showing up, and they're telling me that the human beings who have the melanin will be the dominant race. And this is what my dreams are telling me now, so it's quite amazing. And I'm also really, really glad, I'm really happy that this is happening, because it lets me know, and it lets others know that it's, the world's going to go back to once it was, and not with this unnatural. The world won't have all of this unnatural like artifacts, and it'll only be for the betterment of mankind, instead of going against mankind. So these darker extraterrestrial human beings will be the superior ones. And if any other Starseed is witnessing this or going through this in their dreams right now, then your dreams are actually, your subconscious is actually speaking to you, and it's actually gaining more knowledge, that hidden knowledge that was lost for so long, and it's now coming back to you. And maybe within your dreams, or in certain other ways, but to me, it's there. The hidden knowledge is coming back to me within my dreams, and within my waking life, I have to come to figure it out, or put the pieces together of what's really happening. So last night, I actually had a dream where it was very, very similar to the one I had with the darker skinned extraterrestrial human race that I saw. Only this time they were the more pale skinned human race. And while I was in this dream, I was standing in line, I think, to go to a public bathroom. And what I had seen was that there were a lot of pale-skinned, lighter-skinned women that were coming into these bathrooms, or this huge bathroom, and they were all making their way out and in of this bathroom. And I have yet to decode this dream, but I will try and figure out bits and pieces of what this dream really meant. But so, to me, going to a place with these darker skinned humans that were extraterrestrial, they were in a nicer place, It seemed very casual, and the environment was very natural and quiet, and they were all within unison, which means they were more in harmony and in tune with each other. And then when I had this dream, to where it was a lot like that one, there were all of these lighter skinned, human-looking females that were making their way out and in of a nasty bathroom or public restroom, because we all know that public restrooms can be very filthy and vile. At least at my work, it is. I never really go into the public restroom at my work, just because I know how dirty and filthy it is. But that to me gives me some kind of indication that so these specific species of humans, it's going downhill. Because that's what the dream brought forth to me as far as information. Because I'm thinking, okay, why would I see only white-skinned, pale, human females making their way into a bathroom, a public restroom, which is known to be very filthy and dirty if you don't clean it within a certain time and you don't use these specific products. And the dream was very interesting, because I myself, who was in that dream, I was going into that public restroom just to gain experience of what was really happening in there. So my astral soul, my astral self, is actually going to these different places in my dreams to actually find out what's really going on. So I myself actually went into that public restroom, and I actually sat down on the toilet, but I wasn't going to the bathroom. I was just sitting there trying to experience what these other dream beings were doing within that dream I was having. And to my surprise, this actually confirms that this is happening on a conscious global scale, because while all these pale-skinned human women were in this bathroom, there was actually a guy in there. Okay, there was actually a guy in the restroom, and he was probably a pedophile or something. So, and he was just standing there looking at all these young women going to the bathroom, and my astral body was just sitting there on what seemed to be a toilet, just trying to experience what was going on. So this dream was very interesting on my part, and I'd like to say again, these dreams are confirming of what's going to happen in the future, in the Earth future. Because the ones who will not make things right anymore, they're going down. They're going to be diminished, I'd like to say, from having the the control. They're going to be diminished from having the control from the public eye now. And this is happening very fast. Because my dreams are now telling me this. So, I think that's all I had to say in this video. So, things are getting interesting very quick, you guys. And I've actually had a lot of dreams just recently where I'll be in like the very severe weather. Because I'm paying more attention to what's going on with the weather. So, alright, I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. And I will actually post part 2 of the DNA movie soon. It's just I've been busy with some other things. I haven't really had the time to sit down and write all of the character biographies down yet. So I will post that. I will post part 2 of the DNA movie synopsis as soon as I can. Alright, you guys, take care.